quite yet. 5:20 or so. We're meeting Dion down the road, so we had to make sure we got there in time. We cowboy camped behind that clump of Joshua trees and had a very good night, I thought, for the most part. And now we're continuing our road walk along the viaduct, or the aqueduct. Here's another piece of the aqueduct now. We turned a corner. We had those two things there. We walked past, I could hear water running underneath them. And now we're walking along this concrete cover of the aqueduct.
Early morning along the aqueduct, day 43. We're heading to the road 230th to meet Dion and Tim. They have just been unbelievably good to us. They are bringing me a new pack, and we're hoping that pack helps my back situation I've been having. So they've just been wonderful to us. Very, very thankful for Dion and Tim. Beautiful morning, huh? Love the mornings.
We're sitting at the corner of, I don't know, California Aqueduct Pipeline Road and 230th. Waiting for Dion to come up here. The backstory on that is, as I think we've mentioned, Linda's pack has been giving her a lot of trouble, and we were trying to find a way to get down to REI in Huntington Beach to get a new pack that she bought online, or at least to try out some packs, but we just couldn't get a rental car yesterday. The Memorial Day weekend here, all the car agencies in Lancaster, California had no inventory, so we didn't know what we were going to do. We decided we were just going to hike on through to Tehachapi, even though Linda's in quite a bit of discomfort because of this pack. And then Dion called us and said, well, she had an idea, or Tim had an idea. They would go down to Huntington Beach last night, get our pack, which we'd already paid for, and then they would drive it up to us today and meet us somewhere and bring it to us. And we just thought that was the nicest offer in the world. Really, if the pack is the problem with Linda's back, then that will save her 2 or 3 days of very uncomfortable hiking. So we just really appreciated that gesture. We chose a rendezvous point basically based on the map without really knowing what it was like. It looked like it was a more major road than this, but this is the rendezvous point we ended up choosing. So we hope that they don't have any trouble getting here. They're on their way now, and we're just waiting for them to get here. Supposedly they'll be here around 8:30. This is actually the viaduct, or I'm sorry, the aqueduct. I think underneath this concrete slab is the water running to satisfy the thirst of the city of Los Angeles. And we've been walking alongside it on this sandy road. So we hope they don't have any trouble getting here. People live out here, so, you know, people must get out here with all sorts of vehicles. So I don't really think they'll have trouble, but this isn't the road we thought it was. It's been windy the whole way along, and the wind has been at our backs, which is better than having to muscle into the wind, but it's been uncomfortable walking in it because sometimes the gusts are strong enough to kind of blow us off our path. But we found a little spot behind this bush here and behind this embankment that it's really quite calm, so we were able to make our breakfast and just sit here and enjoy the sunshine this morning, waiting for Dion. Step out from behind this tree and you get buffeted by the wind. So this is our
And the sandwich.
our cavalry, our knight in shining armor, who brought Linda a new pack. Went all the way down to Huntington Beach to get it last night from Pomona, because we had already bought it and paid for it, but they picked it up and then drove it out here to us 2 hours on this dirt road to bring it to us. And besides that, they brought us apples and egg McMuffins with sausage McMuffins with egg. They're going to take our trash for us. So thank you, Dion and Tim, for your help.
Well, here's what we can
Okay, here goes our personal trail angel, Dion and Tim, driving away. Bye. They've already been down that road, so we know their car can make it. So that's good. So I don't think I've ever mentioned on the videos our trail names, really, or how we got them. So I am no longer Brian. I am heretofore known as Grits.
I don't call it grits, so
And
I've gotten used to that.
this person next to me is no longer Linda, she's Clementine. So Clementine, why don't you say why you got your...
It's due to my breakfast.
Which we've gone over many times.
I think most people know that.
Yeah.
I think most of you all know that.
Although often she makes the breakfast not with clementines, but with other types of mandarin oranges.
Whatever little tangerine I can get. I allow myself to carry 2 to 3. I used to say only 2. Lately I've pushed it to 3. Depends on the size of the tangerine. A true clementine is smaller, and so then I'll take 3 because they're smaller, and the peel is thinner, so then I'm not carrying as much peel. So when I can get a true clementine, I'll go with 3. If they're bigger tangerines, I only allow myself to take 2 out on every resupply. And then of course, you all know my breakfast. It's the craisins. I carry cinnamon in a little pouch, and I put in the orange, little water, and then I simmer it for up to a minute, no more. Just enough to get the oranges hot and plump and juicy. And then I turn it off, and I take a Nature Valley granola bar, the kind that are in the green packs, and break that over it. And I don't mix it all in. I eat it pretty quickly because I don't like the granola to get too soft. But even if it gets soft, the texture is not bad. And when you bite into a hot plump orange, you get a burst of freshness. And it's a wonderful trail breakfast. So much better than oatmeal. That's mushy. Anyway, that's how I got my name, Clementine, because I carry the clementines out.
And I got my name because I always look for grits, instant grits for my breakfast. If I can get the cheesy ones, I'll take those. If it's just the plain ones, I'll take those, because I also always add my own cheese and sausage or beef jerky or meat of some kind and some hot sauce.
So when we first got on the Aqueduct, I was kind of excited because it's an iconic part of hiking the PCT, hiking along the LA Aqueduct. But
The excitement has ebbed.
the excitement has ebbed. It's getting a little boring. I'm looking forward to the mountains. Thankfully, we have a little breeze.
I'm looking forward to the wind farms.
Well, you know, the wind farms in the very beginning might be of interest, but I have a feeling they're going to get pretty old pretty quick too. And the wind can get pretty tiresome. Although I am thankful for the wind because it's keeping us from being too hot. Anyway, kind of a boring road walk. So we're trying to entertain ourselves.
We're fighting the wind. Last night or this morning we were glad that the wind was behind us. Well, it's not behind us anymore. It's blowing pretty much right in our faces. I think I'm going down to get water here. Okay, yeah, so there's a faucet there. So that's where I want to go.
I guess we are in a wind farm. It's a little windy. The gusts want to blow me off the trail. But it is a wind farm. A positive about it, at least it's not hot. It could be really hot here if it wasn't windy. But the wind does get tiring. This is why I always got tired of sailing. The wind just gets to be a bit much sometimes. We were kind of looking forward to hiking through the wind farm for the experience. But I think I have the experience now. So I'd like to get up into the mountains with a little shelter.
Thank goodness we're back on the trail, not walking on that road anymore.
There's a turbine they're working on.
And listen to these things. They sound like a jet airplane flying over or something. We camped last night behind this juniper tree. We thought that would protect us from the wind, but we sure had a lot of wind blowing last night. The tent was going to come down a few times, but it stayed up. We have a view of the wind turbines. We got the moon over them. It's a very beautiful scene. We're continuing through the hills here towards Tehachapi. There's our trail that we will be on over there. Instead of looking back on where we've been, I'm looking forward to where we will be. We have these clay figurines next to the trail. It says, "Hi PCT hikers, take a break to enjoy the view." So here's the view. Another wind farm. Hundreds and hundreds of these turbines.